还得是你呀，老伙计。
有新的命令到来。距离信息素爆发的时间越来越近了，你准备的怎么样了？
哼，随时出发。
高速局现在危机四伏，一点物质和利益
有任务了，
引起
快起来！
互相攻击，必须在信息素爆发前寻找到最后一只海拉抗体，才能生存下来。这次的任务上面也派了安家小队的成员过去，他会在暗中协助你们，祝你们好运。
What's up guys, welcome back to a new video. I know I said I'm tired of discussing about leaks, but some of you said you enjoy these kinds of videos. So here's more unseen footage and also some leaked photos for future updates for Lost Light. First off, we'll react to this video running in the background. It's basically an introductory trailer for the game given that they're pushing to get 10 million total downloads. If you all remember that document mentioned in this video, it seems that advertising and marketing for Lost Light is in full gear given how well animated and well detailed this trailer is. Not that they are bad at making trailers, if you can remember the opening cinematic for playing the game for the first time. That trailer was very good. It's more that these trailers don't come along often enough. But to see that they are putting together animated trailers like these proves how much growth the game has gotten. The video starts off with a peek at the Firefly shelter. You can see the weapon rack in the background and the main Firefly on the weapon table. As the Firefly lands on the tactical laser mod, we get a closer look at the weapon table and what weapon is being modified. Now I'm kind of an idiot with guns sometimes as they all sometimes look alike, but can any of you tell me which gun is being modified here? From my glance, I see it as an AKM or it could be an RP16, but I could be wrong, so let me know in the comments below. After a preview of the weapon, we also get a high quality look at our Firefly here, which from my memory, this may be a new default model for the male Firefly character or a potentially reworked version of the current model due to this being a promotional video. Drum mags, my favorite, less reloads and more gunfire. This kinda makes sense if it's an RP16, but again leave your guesses in the comment section. Now we see a sort of radio device at our Firefly. Let's give this guy a name. He looks so tough, so let's call him Borisco. We see this radio device that Borisco puts down and it may serve some purpose. As I usually do my research about anything new or interesting about the game, I stumbled upon a post on Twitter or X or whatever you call it from a Chinese player leaking some photos of a UAV being added to the game. As you can see from these photos provided by this user, there will be another tactical device added apart from the sensor drone that we saw from the previous leaks, and this device is in the form of a radio communication speaker. This would potentially be used to call in an unmanned aerial vehicle, or as we know them better as UAVs. These reveals the location of your enemies in a selected area. Now I know it's kind of blurry, but this is the best quality I could get, and you can easily pinpoint those red dots on the map, which point out the exact location of other players or even marauders, because it's not common for players to crowd an area like this without starting a gunfight. So most likely this UAV may scan both players and bots altogether. Now I get the feeling that most of you guys are having mixed emotions about this. Based from the last few leaked updates that we saw, most of the comments just decided that the game will be unplayable or unenjoyable once these updates come out. For me, I'm kinda in the middle of this. I'm saying that it's okay to add these tactical features to the game as it fits well with the setting given that Lost Light is set in a post-apocalyptic environment and the UAV isn't that advanced compared to other military technology. We might even get an airstrike in the near future. So remember this moment, if this does happen, I want all the royalties. And it wouldn't even be surprising. On the other hand, my concern now is, how does this go about for the casual players? The addition of all these tactical features, the modules, the utilization of pet abilities, status effects, marauder information, loot resources, and more, it may be too much information for the casual player to take, but I'm not saying it's not impossible to observe and learn each one. I also get the feeling that these tactical features are meant to slow down the player. What does that mean? Well, let this clip from Pro Mary Jane speak for itself. Shout out to Pro Mary Jane, by the way. I'm a big fan. I get it though. You can play like this as I've gotten a lot of comments asking why I play so slow. To me, playing slow keeps you immersed in what the game is setting. The keyword is realistic. Although you can move like this and play the game like a Call of Duty pro on steroids who loves to hump the ground more than you're supposed to, but it breaks the immersion. In terms of realism, is this even possible? I mean, if we were at war and you are prepared to fight for your life, and then you see the enemy snaking around the ground at unreal speeds, how would you react? Kidding aside, it's still a valid point, and going back, yes, I can play like that if I wanted to, but I just don't want to, as I enjoy the game more in a slow pace. And in terms of live streams, which by the way you can join every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m, I get to talk to most of you more since the gameplay doesn't demand you to be actively fighting at all times. And for those who do play fast, that's fine. Play however you want. Rerouting back to my point, adding these tactical features will make the players play safer in a more tactical approach, and the option to run and gun will still be present but with some added risk and danger. Going back to the trailer, we have our E186 cameo, and we finally get to see a retrieval or the insurance feature that actually works. Man, this guy looks like a badass. I wish they would add his character model soon, and also visible armor, wink wink. We also got to acknowledge this good boy right here. It's a shame that everyone now wants Alice above most pets, whereas E186, your very first pet companion, loved you first and still loves you even though you forget to feed him every day. Feed your dogs. I mean, look at him. He loves you, man. You gotta love him back. We get our first 3D animated look at the Dragon of Legacy with some crypto coins on the side. This guy must be saving up for Alice too. And some dog tags on the side in case he wants to do an emergency evacuation. A lot of stuff on this table. I'll try to pinpoint each one. First off, we'll get a look at the Firefly and Marauder insignias. I'm not sure what these cards are, but they look really similar to a sealed money box icon. We also have this big map of Southeastern Europe. We have a USB device, a box cutter, a smartphone, a Polaroid, some iodine. Is that canned beef? A portable speaker, a water canteen, Marauder intel, some shotgun shells with a container. I hope they make a portable container for these. Avril's deterrence, and from the other side, we see one targeted serum. A reminder, you guys have a few days left. 4 containers of Hela antibodies, a camera lens, and rye bread. We can also see this text from Borisco's bag, I think. And it's Russian text for the word Alpha. So maybe a new backpack coming soon? As he's about to grab the rye bread, we see a bucket of paint at the edge of the table. I think Borisco missed the major update on weapon sprays. He then talks to Judas on Avril's deterrence. I don't know, man, I'm just narrating what I see. And from here, I also see a gas can and a Firefly bundle box. Judas then informs Borisco of the impending pheromone outbreak, which is coming in 22 days, 5 hours, 20 minutes, and 6 seconds. And look at that! Who knew our pets could eat the rye bread? Rye bread update soon? We then get a full body look at Borisco's armor. It's kinda new to my eyes, but it's quite similar to the 5A or 5S armor. But it's kinda weird that it has a built-in backpack from behind it. It may be some kind of a variant from the 5RB or 5RW armor as well. We get our first look at a 3D rendered Eggy, which is the cameo from another game from NetEase called Eggy Party. A Fall Guys clone but with a distinct style and design. From here, we also get a look at the original poster back when the game first released. You should still be able to see this from Lost Light's official website as soon as you open it. We see a new helmet with built-in NVGs, the top case of an Avril's deterrence, and hey, a Maydolin medkit as well. We then see here that there's one slot vacant for the Hela antibodies, which might mean that they're possibly making the requirements for these a lot more bigger. We then proceed to see everybody gearing up for an operation with a close-up look at the life detector armband. And we see Borisco all fully geared up, and he seems to have a gas mask equipped with a fully kitted RP-16. Plus his fellow Firefly on the side with a Mosin using an AGE integrated stock and a THEG 8X scope but equipped with 3A armor. Yeah, he's gonna die. Finally, we get a glimpse of a new Yukirin operator skin. This time she is wearing a half face cover with a short haircut and some noticeable tattoos on her face. And the video ends with this screen, and as I've translated this text on the bottom, it says, "The final sprint of public beta," which indicates that Lost Light might be nearing its final state, or at least a well-polished or more complete version compared to what we have today. It's amazing to see how much the game has grown in the past 3 years, and I will mention again that this is one of their more popular games now. And I don't know if it's just me, but this game kinda reminds me of what Rules of Survival should have been, if they only listened to the community and addressed the cheaters more. But then again, that's all in the past now, and somehow if you were a ROS lover as I was before, and somehow we met back here in Lost Light, it's good to see you, old friend. And that's the video. If you have thoughts, reaction, or feedback about this new trailer, let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe if you're new here, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye, guys.